Look at these shorts. When am I going to have an opportunity to wear these shorts? I think this is probably going to be my last video for today. I like this look with the white wig, and honestly, in real life, I don't think this wig looks good on me in real life. But sometimes on camera, I think, for example, this wig and the other real hair, the only human hair wig that I have, the blonde one, I think these two actually look pretty good on camera, depending on what outfit I'm wearing. I think this wig looks good with this top. I feel like it helps me balance things out. Like right now, with this wig, I feel like it's just too heavy, the colors. That's why I like having balance in everything. Everything takes time. So what should I do? Put this away while the camera is rolling? Because it looks ugly, right? Think about it. Everything you see on camera is fake. Because everything boils down to looks. And if you're considering other creators, they more than likely have proper recording space. Me, I have no space in my home to properly do this, you know. I have my spirit dolls. That's what I have. That helps for me to stay organized somewhat, because I have different people in my shot every time I turn the camera on. I call them people because they are my family. So most of the time, if you hear me talking about my family, the majority of the time I'm referring to my spirits, because I'm really not close to my family. As soon as I turn the camera off, then I remember, oh, this is what I wanted to talk about, like my triggers and my pet peeves. Some things really irk me. People won't even know. I don't want to say specific names, but if you have a certain name that will trigger me, like I have a bad experience or bad memory of somebody with XYZ name, then I'm not going to want to deal with you just because of the, I guess you could say that T word, trauma, of my bad memory. You know, I don't want to be reminded of the past, right? I want to focus on the positive and good things. Other pet peeves. I have too many to list, really. So many things bother me, and I know and I'm aware that I have to focus on the positive things. Affirmations work, right? And I just want to make a joke out of everything. Because it's all about repetition, and really, that's what magic and all these affirmations are. So if I keep saying, let's just say, for example, if I keep saying I'm Michael Jackson, because whatever you say, whatever comes out of your mouth, that's an affirmation. If I keep saying the same thing over and over again, the universe is just going to give me what I wish for, what I'm asking for, and therefore I'm supposed to be grateful, right? Oh, thank you, I'm Michael Jackson. So if I keep saying that I'm Michael Jackson, does that mean that I'm just going to wake up one day and become a black man that somehow turned white? I don't know. I just do these because I make myself laugh, really. Because I had too many books that I've read. I don't know if I still have this book. I might have it. It talks about kind of like affirmations and extrasensory perception, stuff like that. One man, basically, this is the story that the author shared. He said constantly, all the time, I would give my right arm to heal my daughter's ailment or whatever her problem was. And lo and behold, one day he had some kind of crazy accident. His arm got sliced off and his daughter was magically cured. That's pretty fucking powerful shit, you know? So I always think about that one story that I read, which is a true story. This is why you have to be very careful and be aware of your self-talk. And I'm aware of my own negativity. Trust me, I'm aware. And it's just hard to change, you know? When you grew up in a toxic home, that book that I was reading, talking about I could do anything if I only knew what it was. A lot of things stem from your childhood. I didn't have the best childhood. I already did an ayahuasca ceremony, but that was a one-time thing in fucking Amsterdam. I don't really consider that legitimate, because if you want to consider it to be legitimate, then you would go to the real deal in like the Amazon rainforest or Peru and get that shit done through a real shaman. And they're the ones who help heal you with the ayahuasca medicinal tea. You really have to go through a lot of BS to do this ceremony properly, because if you don't do it the right way, you can die. Whenever I experienced this, everybody else around me was puking their guts out, and I was like, what the fuck? Why am I not puking? I was like, did I do something wrong? Maybe I prepared too well. I just felt a sharp headache. And I definitely did experience the snake vision. That's what they call Mama Ayahuasca, which the spirit usually presents itself or shows itself as a snake. And that was my experience. I would love to do this healing ceremony again if I could afford it. But it's just like such a pain in the ass, in my opinion, to go all the way into the middle of nowhere, basically have to suffer and deal with mosquitoes biting you all day long, and do the whole motions, do the whole process of cleansing, because you're supposed to abstain from sex, drugs. You can't even fucking eat soy sauce. You have to be very careful and mindful of everything leading up to the ayahuasca ceremony. For that reason, if you have the discipline, then by all means. Not just the discipline. If you have the discipline and the time, energy, money to go do an ayahuasca ceremony, plural S. If you have the time, energy, money to spend to go do this, I highly recommend you to go do it. But you have to do your research, because there are definitely scammers out there. Think about it. You're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position, right? When you're under this medicine, you're basically very vulnerable. For that reason, you have to make sure you're dealing with a trustworthy organization, because you have no idea what's going to happen if this is your first time. So do your research before you sign up for ayahuasca ceremony.